What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the 10th episode of Higehiro. This one's titled Proof. I'm not quite sure what proof we're going for necessarily, but yeah, I guess we'll see. So last time out, we got the full backstory on Sayu and to why she ran away from home and what caused this situation to begin with. This is due to her school life. She was at school kind of a loner kid, despite being apparently getting all the guys' attention and all this. Yeah, like she's good looking, she gets all the boys' attention, but she's still a bit of a loner because she doesn't really talk to anyone. And as a result, she ends up meeting someone else, which is, what was her name? Yuko? Yes, Yuko. Another kind of social outcast. They just kind of start talking and kind of getting along, and they start to have a pretty good friendship. But obviously, that's not just gonna go out, so the friends, who are jealous of Sayu, end up bullying Yuko to get to her, because bullying someone doesn't necessarily always get the message across sometimes, and some people are much stronger at dealing with bullies and just take it, and it's like, you don't really get anywhere. So you go after the friends because, well, to be fair, Yuko is considered an easier target in that regard, because they can bully about looks, they can bully about, oh, like, you need Sayu and all this good stuff. Like, there's so much ammunition. Like, kids, especially teenagers, can find so much ammunition to bully you for it, like, without even thinking. It just comes naturally to them almost, and it's kind of scary how that works. But like anything, something so minute can instantly be a cause for bullying. It's just that easy. We saw that in One Direct Priority, how just having heterochromia is immediately like, oh, yep, we're going to bully you for that now. Even though, like, some people actually think it's like, wow, that's a very interesting little fact, and, like, we'll just be like, oh, you have heterochromia, and then just move on with their lives. It's like, now some kids can just find reasons to bully, and once you find one reason to bully, that often gives you more reasons to bully after that. It's just, it's a vicious cycle. As a result of all this bullying, and despite Sayu defending her, trying to cheer her up, and trying to be the best friend she could possibly be, it's too much for Yuko, and in front of Sayu, ends up jumping off the roof, which was kind of alluded to in the OP. I didn't really pay much attention to it at the time, but it's very much alluded to in the OP that this was going to be the outcome of it, and as a result, that significantly traumatizes her, obviously. To see your one and only friend at school kill themselves right in front of you, that's going to mess you up, regardless of who you are. And then the mother just compounds it, makes it so much worse, because of the attention, it kind of drives her a bit mad, because she doesn't want to have this much attention surrounding her and her family, and she takes it too far. And I wonder if by this point she acknowledges that she's taken it too far, because I don't believe since then they've really had a proper conversation. It looked as though, as soon as Sayu snapped back, as the mother accused her of killing Yuko, which is just like, why would you even, like, the fact that it even came to your mind that's a bad sign. But I wonder if, because Sayu immediately refused against her and argued back, the mother didn't just, like, start arguing and shouting over her again. The mother just kind of sat there, listened, with, like, kind of a horrified look on her face. I don't know, horrified that Sayu dare speak back to her, or horrified that she even said that in the first place. I don't think they had another conversation since then, so it's entirely possible, and depending on how wholesome this show wants to be for its ending, it's entirely possible that the mother genuinely wants to have wants to make an apology to Sayu and try and reconcile. It's entirely possible that's the case. The fact that it's taken 6 months to get to that point, though, raises questions. The fact that the mother is, she's hiding it from the school that she's run away, and she doesn't want people poking into the home, so I don't know. It's hard to gauge with the mother. I don't know if the mother is just genuinely just bad, or if she just made an incredibly bad, rash judgment in the moment that horribly backfired, and just met with this situation. Or if she genuinely is trying to get some redemption here and trying to redeem herself in her daughter's eyes. I wonder which way they're going to go. I would hope they're going to go the wholesome route and give the mother a chance to try and say sorry and all this. But I guess we'll see. But then, yeah, that led into Sayu's current situation, sleeping around for a place to stay, and then we know where that ends us up with, and yeah, we now have to decide what's going to happen here. We got a week, thanks to the brother buying time. Brother's a real bro in all this. He recognized that he wasn't going to be able to change Sayu's mind from running away from home. He wanted to support her as best as possible. And he was like in regular communication with her to make sure she was okay, but then again, just because you're in regular communication with them doesn't mean you're necessarily always going to be with them. So just like Yuko kind of disappeared from Sayu now disappeared from the brother, and that's when things started to go a bit bad. And yeah, we had no way of finding where she was, and I'm sure the brother was looking for her ever since that day that she just stopped talking, because, like, that's scary, right? Like, your sister just suddenly disappears off the face of the earth, you can't get in contact with her, you have no idea what's happened to her. Like, he clearly does care, and that must be kind of terrifying in its own right, you know? So, I guess we'll see what ends up happening, but with an episode like Proof, I don't know what they're necessarily going for here. Proof of what, you know? A proof of loyalty? Question mark? Proof of... I don't know what else it could be a proof of. Proof of friendship? Proof of connection? That's about all I've got. I don't know where... I don't think it's like actual physical material proof. It's more like a proof of like something relationship-wise, probably. But I guess we'll see. Anyway, go load the episode up here. As per usual, these are time-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Sid for Gear G, and Lock Horizon Season 2. We also have movie reactions. The poll for the movie should have ended by now. In fact, it should be ended right this second. I can actually go tell you who ended up winning that movie poll. It will be, I think it's Pancreas. Is it Pancreas? Yep, it's Pancreas. So we'll be doing Pancreas on the, what will that end up being? The 19th, I think? Yeah, so either on the 19th or the 26th, we'll be doing I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, the movie, as part of that Patreon poll. And we'll be doing that again next month and doing our little votes. I might be changing the votes a little bit next month, but we'll see how that ends up going. So yeah. Yeah, that's the movie stuff. Look forward to that. But here on YouTube, we do time-based. So bottom left of the screen, you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Play you start the episode, I start the episode, and we should be in sync. We'll watch this one on Crunchyroll, since they're the ones who licensed it, much like every show today. No logos or anything, we're just straight into the episode. You can use the screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset as well to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That should help you sync it up. And with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, Yoshida's explaining the situation. A little bit. Possibly. Yeah. They're kind of dependent on each other in a weird way. I think that's definitely true. Fair. But he doesn't really want to just be an outsider, you know? OP time. Alright. Is that the brother? Yep. Have a talk? Okay. Definitely, yes. Shame he didn't come 6 months earlier, though. Good question. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is a pretty bad answer. Basic bit of information. That's the company, yes. Was its president. Father's passed. He left her. Okay. Hmm. Oof. He just left there and then. Okay. That's what the proof is. And so there was just that little bit of resentment every time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just constant reminder of the dad that left, right? Hmm. Ended up being the social outcast. Oh, definitely. Yes. 100%. Hmm. I think that's fair. Hmm. 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 Mm-hmm. Understandable. Sure. Book of recipes. Okay. Super adorable. Love it. Starting to notice. Yeah. Goto's probably going to be noticing as well now. Oh. See the stars, I'm guessing? Yeah. It's the place, yeah. Sorry. We really are. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. God, music for this scene's perfect. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yes. I mean, well, Fair. Yeah, but he still needs to have a job to come back to, you know? He doesn't want to constantly be at reliance. Hmm. Um, doesn't have to, but if she wants to, I'm sure he's going to end up following her anyway because, well, we've got several episodes left, but she's already left. Oh boy. Oh boy. Our ranger turned off. Gone, so, yep. Yep. Everyone's supporting because they all just kind of know it's got to be with that. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Gotta stop kidding yourself. Mm-hmm. There's a selfish reason behind it as well. Mm-hmm. First parental figure she ever had. Work or family in this weird sense of it. I think it's important that you had that discussion there. Hmm. What ended up happening? Huh? Ah, okay. I suppose. Just phone ran out of battery, okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I guess. I don't know about that. Not just that, really. Yep. There we go. Of course he's going. That might complicate matters a little bit. Yep. Yeah. I mean, as soon as the idea was floated about, it's like, of course he's gonna go. There's too much screen time left. It might be a bit hard to explain to the mum in that instance, maybe, depending on how the mum's gonna take this. But I think the extra bit of information that the dad left in that instance, and Sayu is constant proof of the dad that just abandoned the mother. That's gonna hurt. But taking out on your kid like that, it's not good. And then it all just accumulated in that one last instant where it just snapped. And now it's up to the mother to realize, is she going to be the bigger person here and work to apologize or not? considering we have, what is it, 3 episodes left, because this is a 13-episode season, got plenty of time to really not have that much of a reconciliation and still have a little bit of drama. So I really don't know which way they'll go with it. Alright, next week. Resolve. Yep, you need a lot of resolve here. See you next week. Saw them in the office. Good episode, good episode. Getting a little bit more information every time. This is very, very helpful. Yeah, I think him going to Hokkaido is not a big surprise when you think about it like that. Interesting how... Just an interesting little tidbit. The ratings actually started going up in the mid-season. Now they've started going back down again. I wonder why they've started going back down again. Maybe because there was a bit more of an implication. Maybe because... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why the rating went up and then started going down again as soon as we got... Maybe the backstory was just like kind of... I know some people said the backstory was kind of rushed in a way, and I guess you're right, it is a bit rushed and a bit kind of like just added on there, but at the same time, it makes perfect sense. Maybe it's because they were hinting at a more romantic relationship between them rather than a family relationship. Maybe that's why people were a bit disappointed. It's kind of weird how past couple of episodes it just took a dip after having a good rise in rating, but whatever. It's still doing relatively well for its rating, considering what type of show it actually is. But yeah, the whole gang coming together to help buck Yoshida's ideas up a little bit. Because Yoshida is a great character, he just needs to like actually confront himself a little bit more. Like, he's always just trying to lie to himself about why he's doing certain things and how he feels about certain things. Like, he just needs to confront himself a little bit and be like, just be honest with yourself. And now that he's actually starting to do that, things are going a little bit better. Now, it depends on what Mother ends up being like. That's really going to be determining how this last 3 episodes goes. Is the Mother going to be willing to try and make amends? Is she going to be angry at Soru for disappearing? Is she going to be emotional to see her back at long last? Is she going to try and apologize right off the bat? How is she going to take to Yoshida? Because if Yoshida's going to be there as well, that I feel like will just overly complicate it. It's like, oh yeah, here's this strange man that's like 10 years older than me. 9, 10 years older. That might be putting a bit too much on the Mother at once. And might cause a bit of confusion. I guess we'll see. I'm slightly worried about that fact. I feel like they might use that as a form of stirring up more drama, even though the story's kind of like coming to a neater conclusion. But like I said, it's entirely dependent on whether the Mother is going to be trying to make amends or not. And that will determine which way the story ends up going, I suppose, from here. But good episode. And yeah, I'm excited to see where we go with these last 3 episodes. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 lineup you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.